Mame ma wache ha eye Adom TV megidi se wo ho ye na obo ade na se wahwe nyina ye so ama na watwe fofra kọ abeto yen edin amegye so ene abena pokoa hwenie na ene na watwe fofro so asom ye de dwumadie no ebre o meme da bia no watwe bo a ene ye tena se kosise no du ebebo na ye din komo ya hwe ensem ne bia etwagu ye na watwe ni nyina mu na yayi emu edi akotene bu ha mienu ebu ha miensa na yasan asisu biem na ene no ye dani wonse wo hye fiti ya hyase de ba no ano ya na obehunu ye de amanyofo MPP NDC no masinkonwa ene ye dani ani ni nyina ne se nyame ya dom ene na wotwe pepepe ene ya bato da opanima bosome ne da etoso enson wasi ugina ye ya obekoto aba anasete sen na eda no so ase ne yesomo abribia e wabato mu no ye ne animdifo ya obia enye amanyoni na ebedin komo na ya hye afemu ni nyina entoabo no ekosen ensama hodo eba ye mu nkitahudie ekosen issues ni bia sorry ye no sen na panyefo hye eso ano na te sen ekoye boa wom anase amoa wom ni nyina no ye ne resource persons ye bedin komo abato da na enne ebi be wo zoom ebi be wo menchen e wo studio na ye din komo na enne no ye nsempo mienu a ye behye na ye ne animdifo no macho madwen wo ho no eye wo hye afemu ni nyina post ahodo ebaye post ni nyina no ebi kire o omampani abedi akire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewini ebi di baye ese abato na hye ye krompa run of ebeba ne mo so bia ye na dwuma yi a percentages ebaye no ebetumi adane amobi atumi de one touch or the wini ebi so ebaye ebeka so mampani dada John Dramani Mahama na obedi nkonim e wafi abato no edroson Fitch Solutions ediomode ebaye IPG edibaye Global Info Analytics omode ebaye Professor Smart Sapon ediomode aba ye behwe ni nyina emu komobo na ye hye ene na watwe pepepe na Ghana for koto aba no ensunsanso woso no eyeden de tosumie no eye de peace pact asumdwa pama amanyoku ahodo dumienu a eprinyame yadoma memenda abato no omode omusa se na no ya woda ede omusa to makoma so ase Ghana fo nyina abose asumdwe bedi kan sempo bibi koso na onti ase a enye ntokwa ne mum no obefa emra kwan so ene de aso no ne ensemi mienu na meni animdifo ebeboa me na yagie mu enchemu ma mentwa me homra na fe yento aso din amegye so ene abena pokoa hwenie ahaya Adom TV yesanso ye live ewo asempa 94.7 mebasisia Adom TV ena wo hye no na watwe dwumadie ena yede ema ona ye nkomo a ye fadi kan no eye peace pact asumdue apama amanyoko ahodo ni nyina no womo agitum ansana yakọ abato so na peace pact ye kana se mo hye Ghana ene ebra o man no hyase se od bibi etisa bedi dwuma yafe apema hankro eduokro ensia 1996 na eba mu abedu 2012 no ena se hye mu kina formalize no ede beye dwuma na nasem bisa ye bisa ene se ka peace pact no ya manyoko nyina bagye to dwom sa hyase no na dwuma ye no etise ya no kasa yen krata so anase wo se ehunu wo fom abato bre abato nachi ene ho komodie nyina eno ena no payi meni animdifo ehwe na enna no ya woda ena afuwe asumdua pam no amanyoko ni nyina obi ade ne sa ekohyase yen hye sede a ekoye ewo Campiski Hotel.
I've come here today to place on record my personal commitment and that of my party, the National Democratic Congress, to the sustenance of Ghana's peace. At the very outset, let me indicate that we in the NDC remain eternally committed to the building of a peaceful and prosperous country in which the aspirations of all our people can be met. Our active participation in this event is an indication of its importance in the overall effort to guarantee peace and ensure the preservation of our nation in the aftermath of the upcoming elections. We cannot emphasize enough the importance of maintaining peace throughout this process, before, during, and after. Peace is the foundation upon which our democracy is built, and it is essential that we preserve it even during these critical times.
As we head into the December 2024 polls, the 9th presidential election in Ghana, 9 days from today, I am certain of two outcomes. Ghana will win and peace will reign. We have been here before and can prove again that Ghana is a shining example of a resilient democracy. As we approach the home stretch for the elections 2024, my plea to everybody involved in the electioneering process, including candidates, political parties, electoral officers, voters, the media, security, and the general public, is to take responsibility for ensuring peace and harmony seriously.
Dear Cosso Nano Yawada, and our Shebino, Niti, we share a yabaton cratano so, and penny former Kuma could do me noa, Womudin, no manim was so nano, now one ewo a year, Kempiski Hotel, Nano Yawada, Yomunina Diom Sako Sentia Siapam Nase, Sebeye Juma, Se Enye Juma, Emrabi ewo ebotidom, Yebeka se legally no a binding, Yawope wumpe ubeye, and Naso don Sasha no, and no. Na ni susan so no eyeden yedi ho enkomo na anopai me guess medical church se ne no resource persons a abato da no ye neom edi dwuma da mu ni nyina na omama yen adesua ene encheche wo niema bia na yente ase na mensa aka Dr. Bernard Tutubu ahin ono political marketer University of Education Winneba Doc Machi akwaba yo saso na ye Dr. Paul Hezwa wono senior lecturer Unimac GIJ doc akwaba
ejoso
pacho se baby free ba ye boko ederade ase na Dr. Professor Isaac Buadi senior lecturer UPSA prof matching
ejoso nyaba
akwaba medase na ya shefo joso ye saso ye live me ka ya shefo Asempa 94.7 na ya guest ni bi so ebe wo Zoom na sesi you know Owura David Agbe ono security and governance analyst sanso na Professor Ebenezer Ayesu ono Okwa Institute of African Studies University of Ghana hono di nijuma omo journey e wo Zoom Dr. Agbe ene Professor Ayesu me mamachi anopai me bacho mum on mute why na say dem ka say beto monka
era me so why
yo
yo so mame
yo mate na we de wadaroma yewra Oragbe mpacho position hu ye mame na me hu wanimu kama na Professor Yesu wadaroma enkomo a edapono so a ye hye peace pact a nano yawada political leaders ni nyina no de omunsa ekohyase ye flag bearers no na ye bisa from 96 a ye formalizing no 2012 at the babesi 2024 wo hye ni impact a obeka say aye successful throughout the election years no ana
medase michia etiefo no okwan bi so no metimi akesa aye adwuma na mum entimi anya adwuma nkosi sene ananka yepe no but ni aye no ekire mfasode ewo say your anamon na yitu no so sene asumdwe be adwuma wo ye manhim
na sawoka se enwie peya expectation no eyedien ɛdeɛ na hunu ne sɛ atosi over the years a ɛma no ɛnwie pɛyɛ sɛdeɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛhyehyɛ no
expectation ni nyinaa ne sɛ anka wosɔre anɔpa sɛ 7 na wowɔ time a wokɔe wakosan line wato waba fie anaa mpo wofa saa da no sɛ saa da no de wonyɛ hwee nti wogyina hɔ anaa wonantenante wɔ ahwɛ nea ɛkɔ so a bɔne nnim nso yɛnya mmere bi aba areas bi basabasayɛ ɛkɔɔ so nti ama saa ade nanka 100% yɛmpio bi yɛmbo bi yɛnyɛ bi ahwee no yɛnu hɔ yɛ
mate mame kɔ owura agbe hɔ mpacho yɛhwɛ peace pact no over the years ne impact no hunu no sɛ ɔman no atumi arechi fit bi a yɛbɛka sɛ yɛduru hɔ anasɛ still na no yɛnya nu hɔ okay yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛwura agbe bɛ ɔmuti na yate kasa ɔka mame san enko ɛyɛ
Nnawotwi menka
me ba tro mete wonka
good mame kan say peace park no generally are successful
okay
you share time you started peace park said your wedding kan ama ho abakosem no edu baabi na emu aye den efi 2012 ede ba no na emu aye den me kai pass peace park we me a part of it ankasa before say National Peace Council for ede saade ne beba no metimi aka say organization anamedano Ghana Institute of Governance and Security na yedimu akotrepa ewo Kumasi yan ye start ye ne national your friend say Peace Council and UNDP for and sponsor ye event no and no ma National Peace Council for egitu mu say eyade a ebetimi aboa o share 2012-2016 no a na ye hu say vigilante groups no adults pa yie yeah election bi a na womo ha adwen e various polling stations etu anamo bi a na emmoa ye democratic journey no enti ye ne se eho behia se sa peace park no ye betimi intensify no na identifiable groups a na womo ha election na womo di a trentry a emmoa emma pepepe ye emma election no mu no ye betimi aka womo nyina bom na yetimi akyerɛkyerɛ wɔn sɛ election no a yɛta call ne yɛto aba yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyi yɛ leaders no ɛho behia sɛ saa basabasayɛ no yɛbɛtumi ate so ɛne ne National Peace Council UNDP for edi saa adwuma no UNDP representative ana ɔbɛ edi dwuma no ɛboa yɛ ɛyɛ mampɔnhene ɛba sese no ɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ presidency yɛno no ɛna UNDP for womo USA for etu no emane ba sa adwuma na senti se wo hwe se de peace park no etimi agihini na enne no amanfo nyina hu ne se ebeboa se political parties no ye beto aba womo nyina betimi ede ensiye ede adansedie agina ho de ama oman ni nyina se ehu behia se ye koto aba ye betimi asan sa de no na ye nkaidum ede ama amanfo hu ne se there be election no ye kwa saa nipakum basabasa a etakoso no enya ade a eboa titiriw eye ne aba agentine ha kase eye 2020 election a ye call ya chese nipa nwotwe emu a ewu wo election mu no eye ade a aha oman no asɛ oban no abakosem a ye nyina ye pese ye masa basabasa ye no etuotwa na ye pepa saa ntwere ne fi ho sɛ ye call election a yempese asimasi bi obi eba ebekọ akwakoda adwam na wakwakowu nkantom enti saa de no ade bi a kaidum kase a yesan a na kire se political parties presidential candidate no obia de nsiyo any security agencies no obia de nsiye kan se eni kwan se ye call election a obi ekoko wubiem nti megire se eye significant milestone a megire se institutions a omo epe democracy se yema kabima minka bi amemo antotoye ene mra ebata ho no ye de ye adwuma no obi agi atom UN for abogana abaso any other international bodies abogana abaso se sa democratic promotion na ye no eboa ye mpapa ne beboa ye titiriw ene Ghana Ghana eto ape na Ghana democracy no entimi ankosoro a within West Africa sub-region and Africa no ebe ha ye image intimi gidi se sa peace park na no empanyemfo ko hia wo Kimpiskia wamo ye no ehu ehia na aboa ye mpa ye ni aka ene se yebema sa no ma we nyina abamu na Ghana ni bia no enkohwe ne nkwan ewo election ye ko ye friend say few days to come no
but mama ko professor yesu ho na memisa se aboa ye over the years argument ebide ba ne se enye binding dipa no betumi de ne nsa hyase ebekwa akɔwie ti so de bɛyɛ adwuma na so mfanya adwuma wanfanya adwuma emra kwan so no emra bi boti dom sɛ wanya asotwe sɛ yɛn fama o legality aspect no professor wonu ne sɛ ɛwɔ so man no de ne focus ɛkɔ hɔ no bia na prof mbacho mute mame wadaroma prof okay yeshasa professor yesube on mute na ye pese ye wie zoom no na fe ye ba studio na ye de atomo akwa na ye de wie na prof me bato otemenka okay mate ene na mame nsan ko ye wuragbe ho wo se ne nkasa ye mu no ma yete asese na hyase ene ye ho hyehyɛ ye mu no na odimu akotene eye Ghana Institute of Governance and Security no na yemisa se consideration bi by at a point se was say legally binding on political parties and as a flag bearers ebekodi omonsa kwa hyase no consideration no edru sam pempenso no oragbe
mekane se enyama Ghana for any political parties ne international bodies no nyama yadwen mu se yenye no legally binding se ye de mrane hyehyeye eto ho se eye compulsory eye hye edema presidential candidate ne political parties ne se omo sign peace pact na menyi ni se ehu behia so se ye de mra ebe bata saade we ho wo wi ase no enye no ma nyina na sebi yede emra ene hyehyeye koye no parliament so we dey ya pass bill we ene ya ye we bibi wo ho a ye fe no say eye yankasa sense of conviction anase eye ye moral value say ye betimi aboa na election bi a ye be ye no ye betimi aye no wo pepepe yoso said ye be ya ye nkokum nkrofo ma na nkrofo enkohwere wo mo nkwa. Se political parties na agitum say adie we no a part of your social contract. Social contract no in political science and answer memo no ya ne citizens no aye say adie we and ye pese ye edebo man no enti a moral duty a sense of conviction say adie we ye near the bogana for ho ban said ye be ya ye nyina no ye ko election ye nkokum nkrofo ma na yenya de bia ebetimi ama ye democracy no ye gya no adum Ghana megide se ye soja efa democracy no efa 1992 no ama within West Africa sub-region and Africa no ye din akobia se afa na nyina nti ekoba ne se ye ko election na ye ne se nkrofo bi police for military for any other government agencies no ye kwa kokum nkrofo ye kosen nkrofo ye yese ya migiri se saade no etosin ewo Ghana ya bakosem nti enye se bia yenye no se legally binding however ye ma ya dwen enkoso se saade we no enka Ghana fo mom saade we no enye moral responsibility emfa ma ye se every election bi e be ko bia no eni kwan se ye ma obi ehwere ne nkwa ewom yetimi ye ne saa ebetimi aboa ama ye democracy promotion no a ye gusu a ye we have so many challenges when it comes to democracy, but say ye man crofo emma ewuwu during election no menyi ni say saade we ebetimi aboa ama yakwa animu asoman a ye peka bi mamin ka bi amamu a nhyehyeye enemra eda ho
mate mame ko professor yeso prof omute mame wadaroma na afe yenhwe se na yewragbe kasa yenyanru that point and I say ehumpo emehia se be legally binding but ye shed the SCC previous elections mu say ye by election say ye general election enipa ewu techi my south in 2020 at the see say ankoye binding na sa nyomanisi a na oman no kwaya na so baye na peace pact no obi beka say ye necessary mpo so man yi akandifo no edi omo sabe hyase na
nyina ne say ye penia ese ye de niam toto ho nti eno na ma binding no emuhia yen na obia nim se broad ne nsare sha de no ase no se wankodisu a asotwe bi wo ho man asotwe no can take so many forms ebi kura ne se odonisi ye be ostracize oman bribia ye nyina yare ye hia mu ni ade no wo ye ma o ma hobi wo ye ma o kwan ma wo mse constitution ni se obia wo ho kwan se so kasa obia wo ni freedom ba ye nim se ye nuam sebe ye nuam na wo prisons no ebo 6 pm a tebia na wo mu ni nti wo to wo mu so woda wo branka wo freedom nti opa onna bibia mo nam ho inti sa o hye no wo ho a ebema nipa na unse mede mensare hyase a mehwe se mede be ye adwu egwom se nyama se asia nipa bi a wo ni parties mu a wo ngabo bone atie nipa bi betimi afase edi aye sa binding we no clauses no ne ade no wo ho ye adwuma ye benya sa nipa no so atwe no aso nti okwan bi aso no ese ye hye no kiti se wo do nsa hyase a bibi ko etosinga wo ubeya no
mate mama na say na empempen so ya bedu obi beka say weakness and the strength yan kasa de ye pata ye ka ho asem in your view osusue mu no uhunu ne say weakness no abro ye ne papa no anana ho ode na anka wo say de ma oman no abatom na bro so ana
oh am say emro so ye
okay
ye wo areshem ni GDB say Ghana ni de ade a wo ka ho asem bo ho dawu enye no ye betwe ho afiso nti si ye beka weakness a na ye nipa na ade na da ho a ye de be ye adwuma no e na ye masa weakness ne ba na nka tisa de a me hu weakness bi a inherent e wo ade ni mu e ya de a ye na ye de ye adwuma no ye niema bebre ya mamre kan yensu ne niema na yen aspiration account na ma sa perceived weakness no e wo ho na fe nso ade ba ko ne se sa nhihye wo ye bra political parties no one campaign no edu pick or yaw atro ekutia propaganda aye high into onipa no ba be san ade no kra ne bo afu wo ni tim mekai ba ku bi a waye wo kumase mi modin me hwe TV no even senya na nipa no te wo ahwehwenu a ohye ne ade e kire me se ho ade on fa nya adu inti am say see ye de ba anim weakness of me mechanic say it should be earlier than now na etimi a mitigate abre ebufu oyaw ne ade na brase kakra ne atwena na ebedu so ne ye de a ebufu no wo ho oba na oba be san ade no wa to dokunu akotashin we cocaine o de ama boys ni sheku we ho npo ammo nga ne se me pa ko sign peace agreement no be ye wi a okwa wasan ahye ho kutupa no abeye nti se ye beka weakness a me feel say the timing for signing the documents, no, Akechi, Benin, beginning of the year, near Piasse, Mwade, no BIA, and Tibra, why one campaigns near the no, Obesha say, Okase Bia, wo ye, Obebrena say. Meaning, said Media Foundation for West Africa, I have 1 year assessment be, or some way, part way, no, what your nipa baby, part way, na borrow near the. What you want, what people say, and you do far what the moment, until what better one
Mate, Mamena say na Dr. Ebenezer Amano, a political scientist, University of Education, Winneba, Wabeka Mensa, na Doc Martin.
Yeah,
But as senior bra, we are when ya dear my auntie, when ya hoboa, ya de Konya Mea Doma, 7 December, said the Yenino. Na maybe Sassa a year 1 Sanse best August Muhonom and na chairman Emma NDC e kan senya dia wo modiom sa e kwasa sum Japan bia se e kwawieti na no ya wada ya hunu sen sakayaba ama the flag bearer the National Democratic Congress wakobi wakasa de wode ne sa ahyase we are surprised ese hunu sen NDC ajoin assign ana
yo me da se echia otiefo omo mo studio ne omo ewo online. Professor Yusu, I greet you. Once you were here as a UAW, as a visiting scholar, we thank you for your service. Well, and yame because say we ways are politics at times political parties when they think that some dream say in their favor, what they do is that almost reject anything that they feel will be a problem. But say it do bibina omo epe more votes. It do bibina say omo pay. Say what you to more. Then they tend to do what will grant them that popularity. It say omo ebe sign a peace code. They are just telling the people of Ghana say yes, we are a peace-loving political party. And it's moma ye ijakesiana ye efata ye na ebetumi so abojuma amagana. So for me, I want that the NDC has made a U-turn. Now, Omo Abe signed such a peace pact in order to ensure, say, 2024 elections will be peaceful. And I think it's a good thing. Yes, at least, if even as Professor Yusu was intimating, say political parties or more leaders, if even they don't intend, say they will follow to the letter near peace accord no canoa. At least for the cameras and for the people of Ghana, for their followers, or mechidi for hunu say. And they can fire town which I did the moment. Omo nete ho or NDC, MPP, CPP, PNC, Omunan de Teho say, Omo Pasumji. That has some tendency say, and no bet me a few people who have all my own margin say, Omo de Basabasi. So I think it is a good thing that the NDC has signed.
Mate, Mamena say na we de nim se aye ya shefo nyina e hwe yanim. Nyame ya doma memenda. Expectation de no mo expect emfri nyina ye ho. Ya money ya resource persons animu edijuma and Nnawotwi.
Well, Nyankopon ya aduma and Nnawotwi. As we are noted, and me mambeka asem emfa party A, party B. No, I'm not a spokesperson for any political party. Near ye de yino, and ye de beto, ye bekano senior sese ye kano, ye de needy beka, ye de obu, ebema every political party, every Ghanaian. And although I oma or my Ghana, and Untina, kase, we will do whatever it is that we have to do. Send a beya, asumji ebeba, we contribute our quota to the peaceful democracy we built for ourselves for some 32 years. And it's no mean an achievement. So when we come to the studio, asumji, odo, or my Ghana who don't and a best. So we're here for we're here for, they should expect nothing but objectivity, truth, and honesty from us.
Meda say ene mobra manya diama me yempeyefo bewie e wo Zoom penya otene kasese ya Dr. Ebenezer Amano, political scientist, University of Education, Winneba Sanso na Yera David Agbe otene ka oye security and governance analyst na Nnawotwi Professor Ebenezer Ayesu ono Institute of African Studies, University of Ghana ho na wodi ni djuma afeyemra studio na empeyefo a atena se e wo ha so madi kan bomudi Atsel dada na meshase ewo Dr. Paul Hezwa enchen Oye senior lecturer uni mag GNJ. Look, mama achi dada. But who said nkobo no peace pact ya de ekwo unsusuye mu no baby efi ni baby yedru. Se wo say o ma percentage a performance no eti saying.
No me da say sansa na mesha ase no pese me kasem kakra bi.
Pacho meeting.
Netie ne say Ghana one of the most stable democracies in the world.
Okay. In
Africa. And into no na ebe hia say e wo say sa dibia na ye wo no. Ye maintain ana say ewiase nyina hwe. Nti wo hwe efi 1992 ebe pim sisi ya back to back sa. Ye uninterrupted elections largely no asundue.
Okay.
And into no ye see nra no hu hia pa efi say ewiase nyina hwe say ebe say akọ ne sen. Ghana na womunim no ye elections asundue no ebe say akoso sa na. Nti ne esi e manage pa. Na ewo asema obisa ni de wetin aka say largely very good. Okay. Put a finger on a percentage say okay. Be 100% and I say but largely no very very good thing. So
that's it. Na say yet to ne sa no wo share e wo say omotumi de omo sa sharpam na say e be ko bi achi violence si enipa wu enkrofo prepra enioma say nti say enante ranka me pesa o mame a percentage as to the performance say omade atum no e reflect kwase Emma who say ye candidate and as a flag bearer what ye to the yina so aje to mana.
Okay, nti no ni meka ne say flag bearer no e wo ho. Or camera so or TV so or sign say me committed to peace symbolically ni a kire ne say omo town machi no na supporters ni na because okay me penny no sign for peace and nti na wo say me so me den me tuna na ma na se me di na chi pepepe sa nti no hu hia pa say leaders no and flag bearers on be betna ho no ma ye ne mo ye nra no asem papa na am say who push me for percentage percentage no ye the American say excellent ne mom very good
very good but that say mama call Dr. Bernard Tutubu ahene che doc peace pact
mama ntia mpenufo a eno mo ha ne Ghana ahwefo am say abato ya ye beto yi eye oman no men kan say ahyede
okay
ahyede a ewo se oman babia no utimi eto aba mfie na sede ye mamra no ekire no na ye koye nimu no ye hu se emre bi etwam ye koto aba bi a basabasasi nkrofo bi timi efa emra no de hye o mankasa ensem eye de ompese omo eye edru ba bi ye hu se mempene etimi ede ohaw eba na political parties akuku da mienu a edi anim ewo Ghana kabima min kabia mamu mu no obehwe no na sankrofo yi a omo ayomo ho atitra sam no sankrofo no obehwe na omu firi sa party akase mienu emu na eba brofokasem ye kan bibi vigilante group enye se bia enipa ankranko bi na omakwa akwate sa vigilante groups no bado behwe na party mienu na akwakote na ya na emprempi no yebusa ye ho se anye bia no party akase mienu a ebepe oman animadi no mabu oman no se mumu no ekokote groups vigilante groups yi na se afi omo de basabasaba se dachi bia ubebedi omampani anaso party eba ebebenya tumi na sankrofo soriti awa edien na obeka yenim se abibimam ha no bibisa asida ama enkrofo bi a na omo bo ankrofo bi no omo apretumi no eduru ba bi no omo sa aye omo ho atuate dom esa de tia sankrofo no a enti na
enye say bibisa ebesi em say 2024 if 2020 about 2024 vigilante groups no em say sorti bank akranka kra kire say democracy enyini economy peace parts ya mefa ne say abai eya sumdue ntira sebe obi ensori mfa emra nhye ne nsem enkonkobọ ma so ahu emfa suru enkonkọhye enipa bi mu se wo be ma wo de pie se okwa akoto aba na yebehwe enkonkoba se obi asori se okwa akoye na sede se your friend say oman bapa na afi obekọ no obeba fie no onka bi nhyem no akudi dem ana se okwa akufiri ama enipa omodan no na sa enipa ku ni nyina ba beye mobo na busua nom ne nasefo em se ye hia bibisa ewo oman yi mu enunti peace party no se omo san a eye se de omo madi kan kasa no e ka no ye se papa so pe ngoma so o se de ni yie mu ano ye dey ope enti ye nyina ni yie mu ni ye nyina ye hwehwe no se wo be sori akwa akoto abasumdwe mu na waba fie wonu abusua aba betena sumdwe mu na obi biara ono nso ebenya Ghana fo beta na chi ato aba na mano no ono nso ba na se obu o man no ono nso di asumdwe ene adwemu fan aiden abu o man no
okay
na se ye ka se peace party na ya o makosan a me de men ka se mwanwa so because yade e wo se omo eye na waye wie no e wo se otimi e de ye adwuma na ubisa asem bi se omo ye ekokosan wie a anya bia no omo kyerɛkyerɛ omo nkrofo no
yeah because rich no e bi so suemu no e limited
yes
yeah
limited they are very very limited
okay
because so we share the educational responsibilities of our political parties and even the NCC e form pa it is the responsibility of the NCC
okay
say almost obeko ewurewura ntokurum abodawuru ama nkrofo atiase enom peace party ne de kire ene emfasode a ede breye it is a political parties no akwa se no ma san bibisa enchiremu no nka NCC betimi aboa so ahu but say omo nso entimi amoa political parties no so educational responsibility so omo so ene omo nkrofo betena se ade ye de ensa kwahya se o CPO yampew so ahu because say wodo nsa akokoto abro aduani mu a umpew se de tebia no se wan kan hwe wo so ni didi so ntino de kire ne ye se wanya kwasan ne de emra bi e wo ho no nhihye bi e wo ho no wagye atom enti hwe na kire wo ma onkrofo wachitafo no mo so ntiase se de be ya omo no ede be ya adwuma na ti obi enti bibia ase na so okwa akobọ ma wo ho a no adwene hu se yempenifo akwasan ya de we yo enti no e wo se mepɛ kwan foforo so na me ye de me defa
mate doc medase na mamenko professor Isaac Bodi ho na memisa ne se peace party yedi mu nkomo nyina no se ye kase kwan ben na soma ye befa so a ye beka se enye enkrata so keke ye dwuma ni effectiveness no e protected do no kwan no kwan ben no man no betumi afa so aye
nyaba medase re na me che what here for na me nwa no mo zoom na me nwa so ma share mo ha na person why effect
medase
yeah obisa me nwa be my question na o push na to percentage mutiana was a teacher for nteja the percent na age
so mo make sa
ayi football be match na visa coach na o team no almost scores you know percentage is saying also is 101 over 100
so
obuno kra I mean say it's a good question and then you be ma akofom peace park no cry then it's a formal agreement or commitment obi say yaka former kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a na obi say a law yɛmfa law nta it's a formal something a wo committee ho by political party candidates and stakeholders before elections sɛ wobɛyɛ sɛ wobɛma asomdwe aba wobɛhwɛ ama ntɔkwa ensi na ogye saa den tum yi a ɛyɛ a yɛhodi kakra ikita omu kakra sɛ wona woka sɛ yɛbɛto aba a wobɛyɛ wei ayɛ wei it's a formal commitment ɛyɛ me dɛ sɛ na yɛbɛstate me sɛ woka sɛ yɛnnuanom bi sɛ common sign bɛmani gyeɛ sɛ mehu kempiski sɛ ɔmo nyinaa ba sign na saa document na yɛwɔ nneɛma bi a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhyɛ ne nso yɛwɔ ne code bi wɔ hɔ key feature bi also wɔ hɔ saa pact no yɛwɔ commitment to non-violence yɛwɔ acceptance of electoral outcomes sɛ yɛto wie a ɛwɔ sɛ wogye tom ɛwɔ sɛ wo committee ho sɛ ɔmma ntɔkwa ɛmma ɛwɔ sɛ wogye tom sɛ code of conduct bi so wɔ mu conduct a ɛwɔ mu civil society organizations so wɔ mu yɛwɔ religious and traditional leaders so wɔ mu yɛwɔ international observers also so wɔ mu na wohwɛ saa in Africa no yɛwɔ bɛɛ 7 countries a wɔyɛ saa de ansa na yɛato aba yɛyɛ adeɛ before elections ɛnyɛ after elections nkyerɛ sɛ wode nsa ahyɛ krataa bi ase na the major ones a yɛwɔ mu in Africa a yɛ recognized in Africa Abuja Abuja peace accord Ghana deɛ bɛyɛ Kumasi declaration I'm sure me nua baako ka sɛ Kumasi ɛna deɛ ho yɛ ɛna obi sɛ Kenya peace charter saa nneɛma mmiɛnsa gogola a ɛkyerɛ kwan yɛ fa so ɛbaeɛ ɛne ne yɛhia sɛ yɛ saa de wei na minka sɛ before independence then after independence for the Republican era you have a lot of issues aba eka ne ekoto aba na kontima na ye bronkrofo na nkrofo wu enyoma esesa
okay
na ebedumi bi no saa de si ete ho asa ye kosan agreement ayeden besa si ente ho ansinti na o se de nsa hye kratase na bi edu ni US or started democracy yenkai a lot of problems mo enne wo feel crowd me koto aba anytime be an upon juma
yeah
nti enye easy to get there but gradually ye call kakra na onim se nkrofo te ho na ye sign agreement political parties we are so be anim se ebeba Ghana de olentokwa na ye bo ni asefo se ye hu na camera down so na almost sign say ye pese asumdwe ba abato emu a aya na ye hu na ni so keke say faso bi ani so tia na me kan de bia say etna radios na ye kasa enye careful because the effect on that thing our investment
okay
yeah the refi because if we are saying na hwe omo ye hu omo no omo doso
yeah
so they look into your country with that eye say no country asumdwe ho ana asumdwe ni ho bese ye trans see a sign investment investors omo this work Ghana on the biba e kan ho say ankrofo de on pasumdwe na reshi
okay
into message say ye be hwe ni ye e be de na akofo nya boba akoso say education in fact ena de Ghana ye nya de o ye be kan sam na ya kan ni oti gato na e okofa sekan asem ne ndu ne ho ti e besre se ba TV ni so wie na sign ni wie a ye ma enkofom to be bia omo asa to trust am na ye a on be fan minister ba o me chesekan minister ba o me fatu ne mo san krofo na eja o mo no e ho ni is ni chiro na the sa picture see e chiro mo se hen krofo mo di o mo chi no om no mo san so mo ye omo e wasomdwe no men kofa sekan men kofa tu na koto aba
okay beso be da say na said ye na ye ka Richard Semni ade no wo say we a week to general election e no mo di o mo sa chance ye tell be say 3 minutes menko yewra hagwa honom hezwa me patro wo hye period na ewa anase short say nka be ka say 1 week dia den ya nye no be say month ahead na communication na nkofom ansa na bato braso
yo me da say say meka say strategically no memre na omode sign ra de copim say e beto aba no anka ye good
1 week
me kasem anka ye good it's an say eba ne sa na obia ehni aba ne ho so say oh bibi say den na esi nsi no say ya boy adwemu pose bia be ye basabasa bia na that start say ye bad down na on the other hand so 80 adodo because na me no ka say I was say education e down now what was saying be 1 week how many days are left ubeti media year proper education down or can say get to name market women is idea no in the first place crampo no I'm say the NCC unfortunately they are not very much resourced into no nka electoral violence na nka bomb de kura da kura ansana peace party crampo be sign but I'm say time no dey assign there in terms of say bia education and na so na be cut down there and is akura anye so into no I'm say I was say next time no you share balance ni ye na e bia a month to and I bia 3 weeks so na at least yenya emre kakra na ncheche na akọ because nkofo bebre enim ne ekoso
okay mate me da say mama kai wo sempanyefo a no pay minimum edin kobo eye resource person sanyame yadoma enne na woche eye 7 December me gidi se waya hoboa wo wotuku yakoto waba wa hoboa wie wasi gina so wonto aba na enne yi asesa wadwen na eto aba na why na wonso no eye wo right bomodia na efa yedwuma Dr. Pohezo eye senior lecturer Unimac GIJ Professor Isaac Body senior lecturer UPSA and Dr. Bernard Tutubuahin or your political marketer, University of Education, Winneba, and Penifui, any a be a Kahua, a be joining Zoom, and a menu modin como anopay. Na me chame home bar, ye best post a wood service, if it's a fee as chassis at the airbar, Bebrenoa, a bicra, a chesse, okay, kind Savina. Na chese run off ewa fia batu ni mu ebi so ache so mampani abedi akire Dr. Baumia Otu Frankama MPP obedi nkunim maje ne yeketwa ebi so mampani dada John Mahama ebedi nkunim maje no eyekese chese edroson ye bebreki ni nyina down na ya hwe ni susanso ewa fi abato no so edin ameje so ene abena pokoa when near ya sanso ye live ewa Asempa 94.7 me basisia Adom TV ena oguso a wo hye mame na ase se wo jebre na okan ho na ye sanso ye live ewo Asempa 94.7 ebre no o sha no kron abapa ho sema no edu 9:10 am empanyifo menyomu edin komo anopayin eye Professor Isaac Bodi o lecturer ewo UPSA senior lecturer sanso ena Dr. Paul Hezua eye lecturer Unimac GIJ ena Dr. Tutubuahin Bernard ono eye political marketer University of Education Winneba empanyifo na menyomu edin komo na post ahodo ena ba eye service ebia predictions no edroson fitch edie ewo ho sanso ena Professor Smasapon ne die ewo ho sanso Global Info Analytics eno akra eno mode foforo ebebo mu ena eno so echi no IPG omoso ede omode aba prediction no ebi ekoma NDC ebi koma MPP obi anso woni nyina so anase survey no moyeye no omanfo nyina so ntia omuhunu se ba bia omo survey no ekoye no ekosiye eno ehu enkobodie ene yede eto aso mesase ewo Professor Isaac Bodi enchen na afi wa me yehunu o maye data any analysis kakra prof mpacho fayeko
yeah me that's very brief I'm say you beto aba na service normal around this period I'm say near din komo before year started say on my say enua ben efse in terms say bia ono so dey bench
okay
but o share near yehu na nsen a yenua ba call what dimotenti mike akra am say munua Musa Dankwa info global info analytics and yehu say enua Smasapon so edin dey beto dwa and yehu IPG we consult also for IPG. In terms of the press conference, on Friday, on Thursday, at the results to Tuja. Me who fetch for the yet, but we say fetch there and also it was a fee infos for her say buy. Okay. Say be can in abo. Na survey be an a scientific. Here no say shenens. Yen could jump be in funny palm mum keke yen castle but no. A scientific. Okay. Send you call lab. Na ya fa o body kwa bi kakra na ya fa bi kakra na ya show nipadua send you out. You see there science I call lab your apparatus go ho into what procedures also far as one your results one first procedures no now kunya results what the problem beba okay no ba you ase be kan say you ase no e round so be kaya you ko hwe achi na ye nyesa nete you see now you kuno because one man comfort take wrong decision and you careful say the be beto dwa procedures are form no e bi a introduction a share o purpose near o pesa o year at the kodia pesa o year we are no offer o methodology method ben na o use to say census the whole country no te no no fa the be in film name o pesa o share so ye survey there a share say nipa dudu ko kese pa na o na o pesa o twina kwa keto bi film na o test o say a represent sa nipa ko ni nyina okay to call lab onipadua moja wo munya na afa keto bi efe sample ni atwe ni akọ test ya say a reflect ni o body ni man kasa na onya results into share bi o population no aba sample na akọfa no ye wo kwan efa so efa sa sample ko won fa ni ye pa wonya problem ti will be margin of error, you will be the standard error, you will be confidence level. Ninyina kyerɛ say ade na wo fa no ɛma a true reflection of results a wo de atodwa. Okay. Ti sɛ margin of error no ɛwɔ form a yɛbruni sɛ ɛma more precise estimate. Sɛ ɛwɔ form so a less precise estimate. Saa nyɛma nyinaa yɛhwɛ ansa wagye saa results na to. Enti sɛ info dom de ba na IPG dom de ba na hwan bi faithfulness for them ba ko back na ko hwe ne me bobɔ so nyinaa sɛ ne nyinaa no ho bi wo ma na okay na emre bɛn na odi yesa survey no because survey no onipa dwinkyisa no behavioral way no also hwe ne so kakra okay why do you to me sisa ntɛntɛm ba na sɛ a chance na sisa very important 2 years survey bi abisa ho sɛ enipa na akɔfa survey no ma dwinsisa emre bɛn me ye ne ɔkyɛn makoye na ɔkyɛn makoye na ɔkyɛn makoye danse memye na ɔma mmerɛ betwam na makoye sɛ nipa no ɔsesa na adua na ɔsa nti ye wɔkye ne nyina ansa na wagye results na to okay interference survey afi yen hwɛ ne enua no de beto dwa nti survey no mama nyoma also fa the trend also fa an analysis a obehu sɛ ewugituma na onyintum yen hwɛ the first results by from info. Okay. Info, the info analytics. At Betuja near Mr. Producer this Sunday, me. Okay. I think November or so. You say be a bima. I say no, it's a band temper. As a tenra, and raya or the for frama. Maybe I have a chance another one. Oh, Bojuma. Enti. Okay. Yeah, should be a Mesaka, no. Me who say or the Yenya JDM, Dr. Mr. Mahama say ne president Oma ono so yeah offer the base no offer the better no offer the worst of Oma 3 scenarios. Okay. Me who other surveys in them. But me who ne die no wo hu the base just here bibia is sign na sa na efa na era Mahama over 52.2. Okay, the Professor Bodi Boston, the latest survey, yeah, if you global info analytics and eda screen sono, eti osha green no, NDC and a blue, MPP yellow, movement for change, Land Shamantin, and a red, NKB, and others, and a Yakitoa, a Prof. Bachotoa. Yeah, enti your fun is and the survey so I also be a photographers here mucha picture no mucha picture no at a time. Okay. No wakro no da many panel. to funny pan at that time to no a year no November no de beto say ye to aba November or chere say yira Mahama wo hwedi kan na yira Bawumia so atoso mienu figures na ho no and waka other parties nyina dia bom no in others good I feel ba near worst case scenario or say yira we nya kra na obenya 50 the worst case
okay
so I'm say JDM so the kind or the all count good and now about the other one the best case the best case no or say 54.1 I'm so to me chance say cheaper
just how much you and 9 yeah cheaper back
good
okay
say yeah good na fe yira anti eba ekoso nam say yira Dr. Bawumia so the eba for good sani auditory tuja na osue no Sunday parliamentary seats so the can ho as a likely MPP stronghold ne o chemu miensa of MPP for na wafa ne ofo se ombenya na wasa ka so ebia o manya se na ombenya not about NDC for science then what you chechum bebre say oba emi say the likely you know MPP 4 seat no ombenya 54 na NDC 4 so nya 65 in terms of seats and what you chechum bebre ne na menhu on ne resource no the regions no breakdown in terms of parliamentary and then presidential breakdown ewo enti a twamfo ne awie no I say be near other smart so the buy
okay
smart sapon de beto dwa in fact ne manhu results on the brem I mean who smart dem demographics
okay
I say manhu demographics say na o chechem say okofa data bia data no also train crofo mo tie no the structure of the data
okay
data ne senate me fire ne mai say me mai say jodifo say omo mo ko school say me hu bi wo info ebia na me nya the entire report
okay
but them who smart dey no otimi chechere data no okita the structure of the data che say e mai say me mai say yen kan no bebre na yen hwe no resource na ode betu dwa osan the regional breaks down by smart so dey betu dwa no o say or you sue total sample size I think 99,000 or so and over Ghana so those who are eligible omo mutimi to aba e wo Ghana no I'm say about 18.8 million or so the population are 30 something but ni petimi to aba nkasa about 18 million 18 point something good until pesa o ye survey meaning global info the other betuja say when you beto abo me there the size onyaye ade is very important say make the kan say one nya sa numbers here now the betuja aya na a problem
okay
I will see who sample size I will use here I say I represent the entire population constituency in Ghana is at 276 Nidia na say oh yeah no I don't know is it on phone or online and na smart dey mean say oh yeah no in person on any pa or small ni pa to bofo ko bi ho no a chance pa cha obeto ma hwan ye election na hwan na ato ma no na obi so dey oh yeah ne say ono ebia online no bi san crofo say pa cha ye to aba na ye nyina betuma di ho adanse the online mean can say e good but against obi a okonanim na kokasa and also ayana difference kakra o me hu ne sample size but sample size a papa we use here na ofa nipa 18 million na wa form 99,000 and above and a fee microphone to tell the story our person can na sorry odi two jani say the sample size wa bosso wa koma the percentile we can say yeah can brofo no bebre na the odi two jani say 81.14% and a turnout to vote. And also 49.1 and a betwama Ira Dr. Bawumia. They say Nidia no Adane. Ira Musa DHS Ira Mahama and the Bidikai 54 something. Two. We say 49. Just say Muya Sesa. but ocean you wait to Jana just say a runoff because you nyanku ra 50 plus one.
Sure.
Until on no Rebecca say operated runoff. Good. As it stands. On say to about November, so also can say to about November, yes, I post now. It just a runoff no. But from now to that time, anything can change. And era Mahama Sunya 49.8. Let me say in your share that name I say for 2.1, 2.2, 1.2, and them said better a yikakra. Owie no san cheche mu MPP seat on benya. Ose MPP benya 128. Na NDC sonya 92.
Asini their safe seats.
Safe seats.
Yes, secure say we there.
Yes.
MPP the NDC there.
Yes. Intend na we do adwuma say.
Yeah.
Nti owie no ka na ebesi breakdown. Ye de no beto ho. Ti ehu picture no. Nti am say yura info Musa ese Muhammad baby ni. And smart say MPP era Baumia Bewini. After enko IPG, we are yemra back to our discussion.
Okay.
IPG so estati you know. Almost so size of you know. Error of margin 1%.
Okay.
I just said the confidence level in the results is about I think 90-something%.
Wow.
Good. Ni nyina ya dia wo se ye hye nso. Almost so size ben na omu ye. Almost about 29,000. Just say for nipa 18 million and a debeye a to aba or chimu 29,000 across the
16 regions.
Constituency region and then 276 constituencies. Now Oromu bia na wafa electoral area. No wafa pooling. No asan for respondent or file what church ni nyina mako any can say air scientific.
Okay.
So one first kwan we so a unya the right result. One the right so one problem.
Okay.
Nti ehun the same thing wa ha. Yen fa results no
results no tell.
The results no or say offer results or the two dry. E kire say yenua Baumia ebenya 47%. 3.
Okay.
And Yura Mahama Subenya 40, I think 44%.
Okay.
A chese a runoff. But I did also in Shannon so I was a report no I was at TF for TNE. In Crawford 2 beer or interview omono. Omo can say omo near decided.
When siege na ye.
Omo ye 2.4%. And Uncle Fobako said they are not likely. You besides Uncle for a question they call you. Almost to the door 2.9. Into the several years analysis here, Bisahon say, sa categories of people 2 ye knew mufi sa resource. Because on that day, there won't be anybody saying this idea. Yes. To the whole year now, you film. So you on film, the size will drop to 27 from 29 because almost count. A changing resource to 50.2%.
Okay.
I just say almost say IPG4 as well as say so we use analysis now. I just say Baumia and LED. The resource means
Mate.
Before say obey.
The
undecided. The undecided. Almost see no. Any almost say there was another condition.
Likely
Ebia na ebia omunya hu so mo beto ana so mo nto.
Yeah.
No decide here. No decide. No population
will not vote at all.
Those who will not vote at all. Omo ne say
2.9.
2.9%. And undecided. So on to 2.6. Okay. So total near 5.4.
Yeah.
Very significant. 5.4%. All right. Now, what about say 47%, you know? Okay. Ufani 5.4%. All right. So finally 5.4% of the total the sample size. Then you work the 47% of each and I win so percentage of then you distribute. Then you cannot tell us given the worst case scenario, say 47 will cut to the left and 44 equal to the right. What is going to be the result? I think that will give us some kind of picture, you know, to conclude. Okay. But my point is this. Say, now Prof can be say we a free more, then it is getting to 50.3, 50.2.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that is where the issue is.
Okay.
The first condition I'm in no, another your friend is saying condition. A bit me a change resource no entirely. So you see, we cannot discount. Until last week, my interview, I say, I see the election to be very close. The decision last 2 weeks, you know, because sir 2.9 need 2.5, you know, the total of 5.4%, you know, they can, some of them will change their decision by all means.
Okay, it's yen share post and service, you know, na impact yen fa the cost we US. Posters do no a predicte Harris is say one ne bedi nkunim ekwa there was one poster Michelle he was so sure say onya ni post wrong da and na or the as or the to so say no na ebema na dwuma na waye no as a backfire for once still now what the onya ye ne say Harris said na edi nkunim ekwa wi na dane with a vast difference such as obi ahunu say eba enti say what do you know can eba no suppose service any ade no a eya na e go impact eno ano no ana.
Okay, abuna me da say na em say me five baby a area no Dr. Boahin owie no I say your free baby voter uncertainty and a voter unpredictability. I say a bus abattoir me catch was say down December 7th ebi no bet ma kwa kogina ballot box no ogina ho na adwen asesa tini ye pa ogina ho kra na adwen ayede asesa na je say wa kai bibi intine as of say enro fans the day before na why na je okoto ama candidate A
yeah
owura box no mu na adwen betimi asesa e ho no the polls no can't capture that one because another a year I started change be aba na adwen mu na adwen asesa eno na emi say I was saying say here no polls no ye share margin of error any fan say nearby no after the polls no why say polls no omanya sa friend say right no I think I mean there should be some study on that one
because it's too difficult to say obey an assessing
nya me pa che say nipa dreams is time bia prof kan nipa dreams then I make sure say even on December 17th a lot of Ghanaians might change their mind eba ne sa na I throw polls off balance we ye no akrampa bet me thrown off balance in less than 24 hours
enti obey then what capture sade and say it me sesa be da na me koto aba na sesa enti de ono no survey no means ben methodology ben or de benya
okay eno na me to say abia lecturers researchers we may have to do after polls near bisa your momoto abane say what is our wadwen ana say one is our wadwen
and the other 15 na koto
I was say research be to that effect me because sometimes o hwa America dey na okay
yeah
just a post as a kuku dam almost form say
ba kwa na meka na analychman
exactly
me that just a tonetune ye kra
completely
for the first
dwen ho no tiase
which one
Alan
Lechman
the historian
okay yeah okay
he hardly gets it wrong
sure
na so no me sure so on tiase any say make say bebre be call by ballot box o duru happen na adjust and na just say o post how ye na thrown off balance completely into no me feel say me nuan mo wa hey we was here starting research ye be some to aba ni wi a ye be some say wo sesan wa adwen na say agent na time be na wo sesan wa adwen e baba ka che so me ampo me do ha na me sesan ma adwen wo ho na fe ye scientific study na
ya so no obi adwen ko ho ye nya ye na ye to aba ni wi a
na
obi a to na adwen
prof wa ha say ye nyina
doctors no professors
the structure part of me person and I'll be some question.
Oh, they can say,
you see, Prof. Hezwa. I indicated about one the structure of the questionnaire. Because I made a count about the kind of question Ankasa will be, sir.
Okay.
You see, me post ni bi. Me fan tuja. And I have a reason for doing that. Good. Okay. What normally happens, they said the American historian, say, I think 3 days to the election, a friend is saying, American network,
BBC,
no,
CNN
interview, and he was cocksure.
Yes.
You know, Bisan said, the last question I said, Memua, what will you do? Was it he doesn't see himself losing?
Wow.
Now, Emra on 2 years, you know, Umbisan was say he feels that something went wrong and he needs to interrogate it.
Exactly.
And that is where the issue is. Mechanical literature be very important. He made a very strong, and it has changed my perspective about polls altogether. Yeah. When you ask a question, if election is conducted today, who will you vote for? The argument around it is that a fraud from the start. Because human intentions can change based on a number of undetermined issues. All right. So, perception and expectations are key if you are moving towards polls. And I tried it. My trash idea.
Okay.
And I also feel that it is very important. The second thing that I want to talk about, the same literature can say, the type of analysis we general. The question around it is as to whether analysis is robust and I say it has weaknesses. Of course, every analytical tool used to be our weakness, but it be our deep-seated weaknesses, especially if you are using histogram, if you are using bar charts, and all those things. Those things sometimes are even dependent on the interpretations.
Okay.
Question I will be saying no, and look at me, skew your results, and it will not give you an actual result. You can talk about sample size. I don't have any problem with sample size. You can talk about confidence level. I don't have any problem with it. But the distribution of your questionnaires, the people you give to, who are they? And also correct me change your results. Yeah. I don't know. Ube your analysis. Now check the history around it. In year 2012 down 2016. Post by Restart International, Benefson. All right.
Yeah.
Benefson in October predicted 50.8 for the NDC, 47.5 for MPP. In November 28, he predicted 52.4 for the NDC and then 45.9 for the MPP. Restart International predicted, using a sample size of 2,000, predicted 54.7 for the NDC and then 43.7 for the MPP.
Okay.
All right. Now, moving forward, Goodman in June predicted 44 points. The same way you, I say, Ebima predicted in favor of NDC, but others are also predicting the same election year.
Yeah.
Others are also predicting a runoff.
Okay.
So Goodman AMC predicted 49%. You see, for the MPP and then 44% for the NDC. Is it not a runoff?
Runoff.
Okay. Now check 2020. Benefson predicted 52.6% for the NDC. All right.
For MPP.
NDC. No,
okay.
NDC. Oh, sorry. Yeah, MPP. And then he predicted 45.7 for the NDC. That's 2020. Okay. Now, UG, University of Ghana, Political Science Department, predicted 51.7% for the MPP and then 40.4% for the NDC. Now, check 2020. The percentages are almost every year. We realize that Nana Akufo-Addo won with a percentage of that's 2020 election. Yes, Nana Akufo-Addo 50.3%. Now, the closest was the University of Ghana
51.7%.
Yes. So what I say?
Yeah.
But the exact, but at least you get 0.4.
Be close.
Yes, Smart Sapon also got something closer. Okay. Now, sorry.
Don't Fair also had a...
Don't Fair, Professor Don't Fair also got something closer.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Right.
Now, for me, when you check the rigorosity of Smart Sapon, any normal of him to be able to come up with his determination, I think that it is one of the best methodologies and analytical approaches you can ever get in, the world of polls.
Okay.
All right. Pacho meba wo. Me pacho meba.
But what it tell me.
Now, going into 2024. Okay. We share statistics that Prof. Edu Tujan CC yana. Process Smart Sapon is indicating a runoff. All right.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned
RPG.
another one.
RPG.
RPG is also determining a runoff.
With a condition.
With a condition, exactly. So that is where Megina, the condition on it.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, what I am seeing is that it is a first round victory. But then,
But you are much in also.
the Mimi Huni say, parties, I can say a cuckoo dam for no. Baku ebedin kunim tew.
One touch.
One touch.
Okay.
But then, this is it. Still under a condition. All right. Condition me patro meba. Because say, not dog air can about the fact that a no maybe to me esisa. No. You cannot be sure.
Even on the day of election.
The first one, a dear medical can once empire. As enough. Okay. As enough. Now MPP are winning. It took a communication error. So
yeah.
By election. And a swing the minds of people. Perception as a sign. So iti ade a medical aka ho asempaaye e kwan amanyofo no ekasa because Nnawotwi ye simu campaign bibiri bekoso ensem kaye bibiri beba kasantwi ene de brofuka sem ye ka no hate speech no na asefo yi ebi ba betutodwa de mahu as a researcher in the field of political marketing you say enye presidential candidate ni pe ene eto abama no patro etiefo nti ni ye pa enye presidential candidate ni pe ene eto abama no obi timi to abakrama the constituency chairman patro Matthias
yeah
it is a we constituency chairman na se ukoka asem bi ne tia nkrofo bi a uti anye yi a udi yo ne bebre wo party so communication is very important. All right. There etosumienu eye adwuma party for no ebeye
okay
on the ground se utimi ekoye adwuma yie eni nipa kasa yie ekire wo policy mu yie e ma ne tonkrofo asumu a that condition can also see enu ana me hwe bibi and I was surprised because I was trying to look at the exchange rate. I was saying me 2 years can be US. So I was saying me type on a exchange rate, and I saw the exchange rate to $1, CD to $1, drop to I think 15.5.
It was almost at 17.
No, not 17.
Yeah,
it's within a short time.
17. Now it means that the macroeconomic strategy or policy be ye juma. And so within this 1 week, if the dollar should come down, especially in a Christmas mood, let's say a normal boy for the living standards of people begin to improve, that could also be a determining factor.
Okay.
Pacho, the American what is
it? Yes.
When people are seeing certain realities, and also etimi ema normal day esesa so what you say odo bi a wo party ba bi be kira ma wo bi obi a wo so no de aba no kora wonto but wanya odo bi ama obi foforo no ne na akokasa a kire ne no mamu ama nipa na te ne ho ase adekonti ese so to aba eno to timid some results.
Okay,
I'm saying that the gap between NDC and MPP is close. Very pa to say abanana natadie.
But Prof Dr. Mamena say me person you say we share about any period you do service ni na chi ya witness 8 year bia we so 8 year change of government ni ade the environment as at now a week to election muhunu bibisa wo mana the edge say 8 years aso obi e fight there but ushe we from the beginning of this year say they na eniomatie soon on social media everywhere getting to the latter part no enioma gu so tisa na say enioma esisa
okay abuna me de niame hu ni say enioma wo ma fam no enioma asesa enioma asesa because me share beginning of the year January February hona na niema mo den pa na mintimi nkase maybe am mintimi nkase January February niema ha niema mo den sa na sisi eti sisi a e bia niema mo den but and ontimi fan compare sa niema mo asesa if you say o hwe pricing of food stuff ni ade krampa at a point no na be ye the omo the politics but this I know about from na just say bibia asesa no na doc ka say I mean dollar rate ni ade no so asesa ena am say o hwe say dia campaign no so kona strategy no so asesa you see na o ka asem no me no na me hwe video bi na maame no obisa journalist bisa ne say na obato aba so me dan come to aba kra maame o se come to aba na mmom maame na wa begina me money din parliamentary candidate no onu nti na me se masesa ma adwan pese nti no asema adoko kam pepepe okay na wo hwen so a kan ya say isi anso bibi so koso eno so timi sisa ngofa adwan commissioning of projects bi ni ade every day bia isi suddenly ana me eno ana me hwe o me so isi na do akwa India ba na akwa je do na isi a commission na commission sa ni ade any kapa nti eno so etimi sisa ngofo adwan say na sisi na na fini na besi ha aha ni na so esesa nti no say that me come nema besesa to the point say wako rubber ballot box no that's something they mean na so pa obi adwen besesa that very moment
after election there was say mo come tikru na mo de sa survey ni ba na yeti say Professor Boadin patro obe mo amame de ye kan nyina no de pese yeti ase ne say wo ye political party wo ye flag bearer na sa service e wo say e quote mu e wo say wo de adwuma etumi sesa na
oh yeah minya but I'm saying you have my kind na good friends waka enyuma sesa within the last period enyuma sesa because central region they call western could do juma strong I tell you Accra na GDP inflation I'm telling you.
In Krai
oh. And GDP inflation. But even here, a lot of changes. And then massa results are by a year swing a crab because you're here for the last 2 days to election.
Next week.
A bit changing massively. Now, in fact, the IPG results on the 2 Jan mean kakra. Not a unique Accra. Nena mama shemu kenan eka ho asem say there was a question no mobi sankro for say you see when they're doing the survey I also here trend who follow some procedures kakra there's nothing wrong to ask a question starting for years elections 2016 2020 and 2024 so we be sankro for say otuaba 2016 and or say I emu about 80 something no kasi etoye emu be 18 so oman to no san bisa say emu 80 something so eto aba no moto ma hwan emu 54 some to my MPP 40 something to my DC yeah the 2016 we
okay
but 2020 yes some beside the same question Ottawa in 2020 emu 14 just 18 at so about 14 now increase some to aban to 89 or to something Ottawa why emu 53 some to my MPP I feel no about 2024 ubeto aba na wasan hu nipa dom so beto na obesan bi some say ubeto ama hwan to one trend
yeah
a follow over the period no benya 40 something ayebo ho I cast a condition we or say can be 50 something so from 54 to 53 now say the no condition require you relaxing now it's about 50.2 the interesting part be a woman or say which political party presidential candidate will you vote for by levels of education? Your fan for now or educational background you teach more him for na etoma one etoma way. Interestingly, secondary school, vocational and technical school, San Kwalano, more for 50.2%
in the survey. Okay.
Wow. Just a policy be here, Juma. Now, if you are, what by omom kita me fan say master's PhD university 49 against 35 and 40.
Okay.
For MPP. Class of people be ACL. The survey, Yankasa survey and you, year. You are likely to achieve the result. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I want to remember no a dog munina muntie me say Alan Litman dey no nya wrong no. Yes, so other posters or one bit say silver more almost so enya right. There's another one on so jail partners on your British poster on also no predict Donald Trump as a winner Emma no bamu. Into this case no e dey na bia dey no predict ya amfa no e ye wrong. Because of your bias and also you're tilted towards baby into the man basa and also methodology in amfa and acetosin.
In research,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong to be biased.
There's nothing wrong.
For a hypothesis.
Okay.
Your stand before the research. Maybe an ujina and son will start a research. You can belong to NDC. Can belong to MPP. So far as I offer the right methodology at the INO, unless your person could change the results and they be at your favor. So hypothesis and answer opposition before the start of the commission, it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
To testing.
What testing and abon say? In finance, crime, you introduce you be a you find behavioral finance. You say any normal because investment behavior of that person buying that stock.
Okay.
You factor into finance.
But prof obeche me wo ha ya me pacho hwewe ma me na me meto aso. Amane bono said ya me dey kind to ani me no na ya hwe ye nimu defo a ye nyomo edi dwuma afiwe abato nimu na ya bobodi no mako ebi mu ne ye nyomo edi dwuma na ye wia ne sa into dey 1 minute na de be ma me guest na ye dey wrap up. Me shase ewo ye Dr. Hezo aho pacho de ya bobo su nyina de na obeka a kire ahwefo se ye nhwemonim ifiti na ejoda ye special voting it ifiti na akosi ejoda de ko ekosi ne na wohwe
yo abina me da se nyameka ne se ne esi nra no eno na ye starting point ye peace pact na flag bearers no sign na starting point na e che ne se once you sign peace pact na je say communicate and say catch re omo beto aba nyina say asundwie hu hia pa
okay
say koto aba na say asundwie ni wa em say bibia be say
okay
eno nti no ye nyina ye mpanifo no adanedi ti yenso ya amanfo no anase ya ye koto aba no nyina so ye mfasa akwan no so nto aba na nya fefe ena afi so political parties so week we omo kan hu say their actions and inactions betimi make it or break me who America no twe but me abeye no say also mo hwe say that o me communicate o mo nsam ye enti sa na bia anko ya mo
me da say prof the 30 seconds so that my braso
let me say post number mesre omo NDC MPP say asomdwe ene ehwehwe ya sign peace pact again afi so achitafo no men kochitu men kochaba afi abato nsa aidin ye beso say oman ye fanwie asomdwe mu
me da say Dr. Boy 30 seconds
ayo let me say the ya kan ya na me kan bi ato aso kire say obi apasomdwe o ma na asomdwe so huhia de di kan ti no woto aba wi a enkonko ye tutra sem bia esan say aba ye to no e adwenkyere keke e na ye kire
okay
enti say adwenkyere so de ti say ye hu na dida ya nimu esoro bia ne hwene ne say de si fata no enti no say obi e kire na adwene a na no nkire say eye mabo mesre say say de yewura dampare de atodwa no obi a nko koto aba wi a asomdwe mu kofi ne kwakotena se
medase
na adwene wo ho
mame na se edin amegye so ene abena pokua hwenie mada wase ama mo ene hwe wutie ye wasempa 94.7 na yedase pa hwege nim nyambo adwoda special voting special coverage Adom brands e wo multimedia ha se yede ni nyina ebebreo makrao